Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is going to be very interesting to see how things end up because, if you're a gamer, you're most likely using Discord. So, if there's going to be a data breach, there's no better community to talk to about all of this than the gaming community. So, let's look into what is going on here because I've only just read about this now and I haven't gone beyond the headline. So, let's actually look into what the heck is going on with Discord. So, Discord users may want to keep an eye out on their accounts due to a recent data breach involving the platform. Discord announced on the 3rd of October. Okay, so it was a couple of days ago, yesterday as of me recording this video, that some users may have been impacted by an attack on one of its third-party customer service agencies and is taking steps to address the issue. Okay, so Discord platform has ever evolved over the years. Of course, we know that. Standard chats and whatever have you. Malicious links were being passed around in Discord in June. Okay, attempting to steal user data and install malware on computers. Fascinating. Discord data leaked in customer service breach. One of Discord's third-party customer service providers was the target of an attack on information collected by the customer service and/or trust and safety team. The data was involved, including real names, Discord usernames, emails, and other contact information that had been provided to customer support. They have also received access to limited billing information, including payment type, the last 4 digits of a user's credit card, and account purchase history. So what this tells me is that Discord does keep some of your data, and the way in which they handle your data is kind of interesting, because when we look at billing information, for example, it looks like they do have everything encrypted except for the last 4 digits, which to some extent makes sense, but wouldn't it also be prudent to have the whole number be encrypted so that it's not easily accessible? That being said though, it's worse to have emails, contact information, and real names go out, because it makes it easier to then be able to do a Trojan, which is basically like sending an email saying, hey, click on this link because you need to do something, and then have people fall for it, because it's way too easy to have people fall for this stuff. Because, okay, so just to kind of provide some context, I work as an IT guy, and basically this is the type of thing that I see a lot. It's very easy because people who are not particularly tech savvy, who are open to saying that they're not particularly good with technology or whatever have you, it's just like, how do I explain this? It's very easy to fool people into thinking that something is wrong when something isn't wrong. People generally tend to lack critical thinking skills when they look at like a fake email. Most people generally tend to get tricked quite easily, and even though you might think to yourself, hey, it's incredibly unlikely that I'm going to get fooled by something like this, think again to some extent, because it's very easy to trick people, and it's also made significantly easier by the fact that AI exists. People can use generative AI to create these things and maybe just double check things on their end before sending out, malicious links through Trojans, and doing stuff like spamming robocalls at someone's number, which is kind of an older thing, or doing stuff like chain emails or chain messages, or just sharing people's real names and usernames and trying to brute force their way with it doesn't say anything about passwords here, but if people have the same email and password for other types of accounts, they could probably try and hack into someone's emails. They could try to hack into someone else's. There is a lot of bad things that can happen, especially if all of your credentials are exactly the same everywhere. So, the data that is specifically involved in this customer data breach is name, Discord name, username, email, and other contact information it provided to Discord customer support. And also, people do sometimes try and pose as Discord customer support, but end up trying to steal your information. So I think it's worth being extremely wary on Discord. Limited billing information such as payment type, and the last 4 digits of your credit card, and purchase history if associated with your account, which is interesting. Like I said, the fact that they've encrypted the rest of it is good, if nothing else, but those last 4 digits I feel like also should have been encrypted as well. IP addresses, so people can tell where you are unless you're using a VPN. Messages with customer service agents. Hopefully you didn't have to contact anyone, but that's unlikely to be the case, and limited corporate data, training materials, internal presentations, whatever have you. Which I think, out of everything, the first point and the last point are probably going to be the most disastrous ones of all. But yeah, so in response to the breach, Discord has removed third-party customer support providers' access to ticketing system and then launched an internal investigation. Good, at least they're acting upon this, compared to like how Twitch has been doing things. Discord is advising users to stay alert to messages or other communications involving the Discord platform that may seem suspicious. Users who are impacted by the breach will receive an email from noreply@discord.com. In April, Discord rolled out an age verification feature in the UK and Australia to make the platform safer for minors. Well, you're doing a bloody great job of it already. Those who provided their government ID for this purpose will specifically be notified in the email from Discord. Discord has been making a lot of changes onto its platform in 2025, including a controversial UI change to the Discord desktop app. Other updates try to improve some user security features, like the addition of the ignore feature, allowing people to control who they talk to more than with the block feature. The age verification feature was a less than welcome addition to the platform, and now that some user data has become compromised, Discord may need to revisit how it handles age verification. Oh my god, yeah, okay, yeah, that's another thing. I completely forgot about the age verification stuff because I'm not in the UK or Australia. So this is actually pretty insane, because if for whatever reason Discord houses your personal data, like your government ID, you're kind of screwed if the hackers manage to get a hold of that data that I'm talking about here as part of this hack. That is insane. That is crazy. That is absolutely... This is why government ID being provided to services is an extremely bad idea, among other things. So this is basically the situation with Discord, and I feel like more people need to consider the fact that because the laws have passed about, oh, if you have nothing to hide, you should be more than happy to give your ID. Here's a very solid example of why giving that ID is going to be a far more negative thing than a positive thing. But with all of that being said, though, that is what's happening here. Obviously, I'm not a fan of, hacks happening in general. I'm also not a fan of the data verification aspect, and I also don't use Discord that much. But with that being said, I'm curious to hear what you guys have to say about this in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel. I'm aiming for 500 subs by the end of the year. And with all that being said, I do upload every day, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.